Welcome to Ball and Ballers. I'm Z. I'm still on holiday. I got a weekend to go before I'm back. But before I continue, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and click that notification bell for any notifications of me uploading my videos. So let's get into it. This morning, news broke by Fabrizio Romano regarding Goalkeeper. Now, you know what happened against Arsenal. We had a goalkeeper mistake at the. Looking back on the replays, it was a foul on Mason Mount, but it weren't called. But then we had our players holding their players as well. So there is that. We had a penalty disallowed because I went back on it and rewatched the game. And yet we had a penalty disallowed too on Mateus Cunha in the box. That should have been a penalty, but it weren't. So it was a really good all-out performance altogether. We were just... it was just horrible to lose. We got Fulham coming up on Sunday, so let's see what it brings. But let's get on to transfer news. So we've got Lammens. Fabrizio Romano put news out that we're interested in Lammens again. We were interested in him before. Royal Antwerp goalkeeper, 77% save rate, 177 shots saved, which is good. And he's only young, so he's got potential. And the fact that he's already as good as he has been, even though he's not Premier League proven, there might be a chance we might be pulling it off before the transfer window. Personal terms are almost agreed apparently, so if personal terms are almost agreed, that just means we got to sort the fee out and pay him. I'm not sure whether that's dependent on selling goalkeepers or not, because I know we had the money to go in for Baleba, but we didn't. So Lammens potentially might be coming to United before the end of the transfer window, or that's if Antwerp do want to sell him. Another thing I read as well was about Angelo Stiller from Stuttgart to fill in that number 6 role as a CDM. The release clause is 40 million euros, which doesn't trigger until 2026. Now, I don't know whether United will get him in time. Personally, I don't think we will, because we still have the whole discussion. We can't just trigger the release clause and get him through that way. So we have to go to Stuttgart and try and come up with an agreement, and I don't know if Stuttgart's going to want it for him or whether they want to get rid of him or not, but it will be nice to fill in both positions of goalkeeper and a CDM before the end of the transfer window. Personally, I think we probably will get the goalkeeper done if Lammens' personal terms are agreed and Royal Antwerp agree to the fee we offer him, or the price we offer him, or at least close to the price. But I don't think we'll get a CDM before the window ends. So we're going to go into the new season where we're going to be slotting in different players for that CDM role, mainly Ugarte Casemiro. Ugarte, he's poor. He was poor against Arsenal when he come on, absolutely poor. Originally had him in my lineup, and I thought he's probably got better legs than Casemiro. Casemiro proved me wrong. He played really good that day. But who else can play there? I don't know whether they're going to have Mount next to Bruno, or whether they're going to have Kobe Mainoo. But speaking about Kobe Mainoo, he did start against Arsenal. Not sure how he fits in now with Amorim and the United squad, what position he can play. Initially he's a number 10, but we've got that many number 10s. We've got Cunha and Bumo. Ahmed can play there, Mount can play there, Bruno can play there, so we've got loads of number 10s. Now I'm not sure if they can slot into that midfield position or whether we're prepping him for next season in case Bruno does decide to go, so we can have him in the middle again with it's Casemiro's last year that we're going to renew Casemiro. Whether we're going to do that and go in for Baleba next season, or whether Stiller's going to come in, but that Stiller's going to come in like I said earlier. So it's a big issue really, because if he doesn't come on or start against Fulham, where does he actually fit in? What role will he play? What position will he play? How is Ruben going to use him? So it's like one of them tough situations now really, especially where Angelo Stiller comes in, because that don't leave much. But I don't know whether Amorim sat him down to have a word with him and said, look, we're prepping you for next year. Next year you're going to start because Bruno's going to go. I don't know. Maybe, potentially. I guess we'll find out. There's news on Garnacho where Chelsea want 25 million. It seems prices just seems to be getting lower and lower, but they want 25 million. United are saying no, we want 50. Do I think Garnacho's going to go by the end of the window? No. Do I like his attitude? Nope. What would I do in that situation? I wouldn't sell him. I'd keep him, let him rot on the bench. He's already missed out on the Argentina squad. He wants to play for Argentina, but if Chelsea don't come in for him, then he's not going anywhere. So that's what I'd do personally. I know Tottenham has started to show interest, but I know what's going to happen. He's going to turn around and say, I only want Chelsea. And that's where I think the problem is, because Chelsea are trying to lowball us, thinking he's not worth that much money, whereas the crap players that they've got, they're flinging off for 25 to 55 million. So this transfer window really, it's going to be a letdown for me, and I might have to give it, if you get Goalkeeper in, I'm going to give it 7. If you get a CDM in, I'll give it 8, but I won't give it a 10 till we get rid of some of these players that we need to get rid of. Another issue we've got with transfers is Sancho. No to Roma, no to AC Milan, no to Inter Milan, no to Napoli, no to Saudi clubs, no to Turkey because that's wanted him, and no to Chelsea. So basically he's effectively said no to everybody. He's on about how he wants this freedom, but he's not fighting for that freedom because teams that come in for him he doesn't want to go to, and I know a lot of it's to do with the wage aspect of it because of the amount that he's on at the moment. And if we can get rid of him, that'll be a massive thing. But he is in his last year's contract, and I reckon he doesn't mind sitting on the bench, sitting at home, getting paid, because United have already said we're not going to use him. Sancho said he's not going to come back. We already knew that. So it's he's basically personally he's trying to hold the team hostage, and a lot of it's United's fault because they've offered him all that money for no reason when he came over from Dortmund back in 2021. So was it 2020, something like that. So it's going to be us paying him for money just to sit at home, really. And then I think his plan is for next year to get a huge sign-on fee, because let's face it, he's not about the football. Never has been, never will be. I mean, especially if you got rumours of managers knocking on for him and trying to drag him out of bed to get him to practice, then it's a big issue. He just wants to live the Hollywood lifestyle. I know he's dating Sweaty, so I know he's trying to live the Hollywood lifestyle, and he's made his money, put it that way. So personally, I don't think Sancho will go anywhere. Garnacho, unless Chelsea meet the price, he ain't gonna go anywhere either. And Harry Maguire I seen a Harry Maguire interview actually, and I know he said there's teams were coming in for him, but he was told to say no, and he's happy to say no. He's happy to stay. So there was news on that earlier in middle of this week, and I'm happy for Harry to stay. Great player, but it's last year of his contract, so if they really want to keep him, they need to start doing these negotiations and extending his contract and try and keep him. But that's pretty much all the time I have right now. I might do another video later, or probably potentially tomorrow, on the game against Fulham and what I think our team line is going to be, what I think the score is going to be, and just a pre-game talk. I know I'm definitely going to do one on Sunday after the game, so I'll do a post-game talk. But I want to run through the whole squad, or what I think the squad's going to be. I'm also going to do a league roundup and discuss Arsenal, Isak, Eze. So there's a couple of things I really want to discuss on the league roundup, and I think once I get back the first week in September, a lot of it's going to change my schedule wise. I'm going to definitely do a video on Monday, Wednesday and Friday at a set time. I need to figure out what time that's going to be, but it's probably going to be like 9 in the morning, upload videos. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday I'm going to do a video, then I'll do the league round, that's United talk, and I'm going to do the league roundup on Sundays, and in between I'll be doing post game, pre game. I know we got Grimsby coming up as well, so I'm going to discuss that game. So I will have a set schedule. Everyone's going to know when my video is going to come up, and I'm going to continue that and get time to make sure I get it all done. But for now, I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.